This episode of Limit Break Radio is made possible by our generous Patreon donors, including Ada Voidmar from Cactuar, Natha Kubroso from Midgard Swarmer, and Catlin Caters from Ultros. Thank you so much for your support. If you want to support Limit Break Radio, visit patreon.com/limitbreakradio.
Live from Eorzea. Limit Break with your hosts, Nero.
Now behold the horror you have wrought.
Kahlo.
I said don't take your clothes off.
Juxtapositions.
I don't get it.
Ascalia.
Holy shit, totally forgot about him.
And Mika.
Oh my god.
LimitBreakRadio.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Limit Break Radio, episode number 15, our final monthly episode.
Final monthly episode. Final monthly episode.
That was well sung.
You fucked it up, Ascalia. even Nika picked it up.
I know, seriously, and then you dropped the waterfall? What the hell is wrong with you?
I haven't done that one time.
Unbelievable.
And you wonder why I want to come up into little bitty pieces and send them to our audience members.
He's got a point. Welcome to episode 15, part 2. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Nero Grigori. Joining me, we have my co-hosts, Randolph Gaybeard. How's it going?
Are you fucking really? What?
Randolph
I can't.
Oh, come on. That was a good one.
I like that gay beard. I don't have a beard. That's why it's gay.
I'm trying to figure out where that name even came from.
We've also got Justin Timberlake. How's it going?
Yeah, I like that.
Do you sit around thinking about these in between episodes?
First J thing that came to mind.
I'll bet it was.
Oh yeah.
We've also got Nikachu. How's it going?
Nikachu.
Oh,
Wow. Emote right there.
And Ascalia. Hi.
Sup?
Sup? No mercy.
Welcome back. Thank you for hanging out here on twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. If you're listening on the podcast at limitbreakradio.com, thank you so much. We appreciate the support. You can show us a bit of financial support if you wish. Head on over to patreon.com/Limit Break Radio. We've got a lot of support options for you to choose from, and it would be so great if you did. So here on episode 15, part 2, there's not a whole ton of content for us to talk about right now. It is, the content is fairly dry here in the land of Eorzea as we wait for Heavensward. So we thought it might be an appropriate time to talk about the community. And get a little bit meta. So we're going to have some of the more notable members of the FF14 community joining us here today. And we are broadcasting live from Eorzea. Let's kick it over to the studio. Hey, there's the lovely studio. You can join us if you're on Sargentanis, if you like. Be a part of our studio audience.
And if you're not on Sargentanis, move.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Even
right.
Joe Never and Samus are on our server now.
Yeah, right.
Where are you guys at?
There's gonna be
I think Joe may have continued on his
son of a
his
bitch.
server
I didn't even get
his
to
server
see him.
tour. But Samus is hanging out. But joining us now here on Limit Break Radio for the very first time, and one of the most recognizable faces in all of Eorzea, host of State of the Realm, Mr. Happy. Mr. Happy, welcome to Limit Break Radio, man.
Final monthly episode.
Hey! Look Look at that.
Yeah.
Even Mr. Happy. Escalia,
Yeah.
get the fuck out.
Come on, Mr. Ryuasa. What's your
Ryuasa?
Well, I was actually just thinking. He brought in Mr. Happy, right? Earlier we were talking about Mr. Face. I think we should all be Misters. Mr. Grigori, Mr. Position, Mr. Kyanian.
What? There is a Mr. Kyanian, and it's not me.
You can share.
Right.
Sorry, that's right. You look like a guy, but you're actually not.
Gotta clarify that.
Yeah, sorry.
Burn. So, Mr. Happy, welcome to Limit Break Radio. It's a pleasure to have you here, man.
Thanks for having me. It was really hard to sit there and not say anything, like waiting to say. I started forgetting the words. Was it Final Monthly?
What was it? What was the waterfall?
This is their last episode, right?
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Last episode ever.
Great job. So, of course, everyone knows Mr. Happy from your ever educational YouTube channel.
You do videos, right?
Yeah, you
Documentaries, according to the internet.
well, of course, if the internet is to be believed, then we're just a pile of dicks here at Limit Break Radio. So.
Hashtag latest podcast.
There's some truth to that.
All but one of us.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think that might be true. There may be some truth to that one. So
Wait, which one isn't a dick?
maybe Nika. I think Nika.
Yeah.
I think that's what the.
Let's go with me.
Let's yeah.
That was the joke.
Okay. So Mr. Happy, thank you for joining us. And I got to ask you, you've been going through a lot of content expansion through your channel and through your Twitch stream, and obviously been very successful, and congratulations, by the way, for all your success. So what do you got coming up? What do you have in store for Heavensward for your channel?
Lots and lots of hours with no sleep. That's what I have planned.
I think we all know about that one.
Yeah, I think that's on a lot of our dockets. Like, what's your very first thing that you're going to do on, once we get our hands on that expansion?
I'm probably going to go hand in a bunch of level 30 quests that I'm going to do 2 days beforehand on Machinist.
All
do
right.
A bunch of leaves like 2 days before and get those ready. Or I'm going to log off in front of the Gates of Judgment because I'm pretty sure that's where the story is going to continue off to get into Ishgard.
So, but when Heavensward comes out, dude, there is a serious choice that every player needs to make because with the new jobs, you either have to start leveling those new jobs right away, or do you do the main story quests, or do you start trying to figure out how to get your current 50 to 60? There's a lot of different things, some people have a bit of anxiety of what are they going to do, but what is going to be your first serious concentration coming out of the gate?
Mining. Definitely mining.
You stole my thunder with that. Quitting the end game. I'm becoming a miner full time.
Hey, that is the true end game of Final Fantasy XIV. No lie.
Not even
thought it was
crafting, just
fishing.
gathering.
Yeah, fishing.
Oh my God,
yeah,
fishing.
Right. So
It's like sightseeing logs you can do all the time.
yeah.
God.
God. I've never done a single sightseeing log. Just
I
FYI.
did the quest.
None of it. None. I don't think I have it unlocked. Anyway. But Happy, what's going to be your serious number one focus? What's going to be are you going to be trying to get ready for Alexander as soon as possible, or going at Machinist full bore? What's your goal there?
Well, I want to get Ninja to 60 right away.
Right on.
Hope that the Mudra lag isn't horrible because the servers can't handle all the people being online.
Oh my God.
I know there's going to be so many people.
No.
There's going to be so many
streaming,
people.
and I think in the first 24 hours is going to be a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, early access is always a nightmare.
Yeah.
For stuff like this.
Oh, hold on. Something
And
bad's going.
the sound has apparently exploded.
Oh no.
What'd you do?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Whose sound?
The chat.
The streams. The chat is exploding with rip headphones.
Oh no. That's weird.
I see a fire juxta.
I didn't do anything.
It's your fault, Juxta, I swear.
I'm amazed I'm not getting blamed.
I'm not sure what that is.
We've got 2 more
They
hosts
said
to
it
go.
fixed itself.
Okay.
It's fine now.
Yeah, that's weird.
You're welcome. I fixed it for you.
Interesting.
So, but I mean, like, I know, like, my thing is right out of the gate is Dark Knight to 60. Like, that is my very first, like, main storyline quest is going to be put on hold until my Dark Knight is ready to continue on to the main storyline quest. And I mean, like, that's my thing. That's going to be my focus because it's Dark Knight, like a Nero Dark Knight, duh. So
Dark Knight.
You started in Final Fantasy 11, so Dark Knight is the obvious.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I don't know, Happy, have you gone back to FF11 at all?
So I was looking at the new, what is it, Escha or Eska? I don't even know, the Zeta, and I was like, so this is Abyssy again.
It's pronounced Escalia, thank you.
No.
Yeah. Escalia Zeta. Yeah.
The world's most boring place.
Oh.
I'll give you that. That was nice.
All right,
well done.
Hey, bump it. Blah, blah, blah.
So yeah, looking at it does look like Abyssia all over again, and that's a bit disappointing.
Gray Abyssia.
Although
FF11 disappointing. Surprise!
No, but I mean, like, I did, I spent a couple of days going back just before that most recent patch dropped, and I was actually having a lot of fun catching up. And there have been a lot of really surprisingly good quality of life adjustments to be added to that. And I don't know, it is pretty fun mowing over old content, like to do Apocalypse Now and just two-shot both the mobs in there. It was a pretty good feeling. Basically to one-shot Bahamut V2. It's I don't know.
There's something to be said for going back and just wreaking horrible vengeance on the fights that once plagued you.
Yeah, in one sense it's satisfying, but in another sense, like, I don't know, it's a little bit disappointing at the same time too.
You're a child burning ants with a magnifying glass.
Yeah, kinda. That's sort of what it feels like a little bit.
Little Bahamut ants walking around.
And Pandemonium Warden is not excluded. When I went back, I watched a summoner solo it. I was like,
wow. Oh, Escalia, didn't you go back and beat Absolute Virtue in a duo?
No, we tried to duo him. We got him down to about 50%, but we didn't have a white mage, so obviously he just kept benedictioning.
Was this before the trust system?
This was... No, this trust system was there, but we were not using trust. We hadn't gotten it yet.
Oh, you're dumb.
So it was just we still couldn't have beaten him though. Like you still have to lock benediction, otherwise you can't.
Yeah, that's true.
Excuses.
But then a couple of days later, we did get just a random pug group with like 5 people and went and killed him.
Oh, okay.
Pug group for Absolute Virtue.
Yeah,
wow.
that was actually the last day I logged in. I was like, you know what? I've done it all. That's it right there.
Do you find your absolute virtue?
Yeah.
I don't know why this makes me so sad. I look fondly upon the 10 hours I spent bashing my face into absolute virtue.
And you guys were
we had him down in about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes, yeah.
I'll always have world first Pandemonium under my belt, though, and you can't take that away from me.
And Lord knows we've tried.
No matter how many people solo it.
Happy, more recently, in the last couple of months, you guys at the Dream Network have launched State of the Realm. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the show?
Well, we don't have as cool equipment as you guys, unfortunately.
Nobody does. It's okay.
Like, oh my god.
Anira works at a radio station that doesn't have this cool of equipment.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit true. That's a little bit true. And yeah, well, I mean, hey, we have good stuff.
At least the Dream Network isn't a huge sausage fest.
Yeah, that's true. We do kind of have that.
We do need to get a girl on the show.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe we could talk to Sweet Pea or Kooky.
Yeah, hire Kooky.
The chat's asking us to hire her all the time.
I'm not opposed to that, but don't ignore me.
40% of messages I get on my stream every night are hire Kooky.
Yeah.
Like, that's most of what I hear.
But yeah. So, State of the Realm, you guys launched a couple of months ago. I've watched a lot of your episodes. It's really great stuff. You guys have really great discussions about everything that's going on in FF14. So, I'm sure that there's some audience crossover, but let the LBR audience know, like, what's up with State of the Realm.
I mean, every week we just bring up things about Final Fantasy 14, and then when there's no news, we do community segments. It's pretty similar to LBR in a lot of senses. We have a little bit less production value because we don't have as many resources, and that's what I love about watch. When I watch LBR, I love the sound effects. That's my favorite thing.
Don't give Juxta any more reason to smile.
I was dying of laughter the whole time he was using it.
We are never going to hear the end of it.
Don't encourage him. He doesn't
have to.
He doesn't need any encouragement.
Seriously, but yeah, we just try to do these community segments as well. And like last week, we had a segment about married couples that play the game together.
That was a really cool segment.
Thank you. And then like this week, we're going to have a cosplay segment where we're going to bring a cosplayer on live. Sari cosplays. She won one of the awards when we went to Fan Festival.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which costume was she?
A scholar.
Oh, wait, is it oh gosh, and why am I blanking?
Because we were there.
From Ghost in the Link Shell.
Well, that would be Rie.
Yeah, is it Rie?
That's Rie. No, that's Rie.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this different person.
Oh, different person. Okay.
I think it's Rie's friend, though.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sari helped Rie with her book. Actually, maybe that's what I'm mistaking. I think she helped Rie with the book for the scholar outfit, and that's where I'm making this.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, but anyway, shout out to Rie and Ghost in the Link Shell, awesome friend that we met out at FanFest. Yeah, but definitely State of the Realm, you can. That's primarily done live on Twitch, but it's also uploaded to YouTube, right?
Yeah, right to my YouTube channel, which feels kind of strange because it's something for the whole network. A lot of people affiliate me as like the face of it, but honestly, it's the whole network that puts it together. My girlfriend does a lot of the script writing behind the scenes, and she's the one who talks to the guests the most. So shout out to the rest of the network for really making the show what it is. People give me more credit for it than I really deserve.
Yeah, so tell us about the Dream Network, because this, this was something that you guys had started up a little bit more recently, and has really started to gain a lot of attraction and a lot of steam in the FF14 community. So how did you get it started? Who's involved? And what do you guys look to do with it moving forward?
Well, keep covering new Final Fantasy 14 stuff. Obviously, like for example, after the cosplay episode, the next episode would obviously be about Live Letter 21. Keep doing these community segments because Final Fantasy 14 community is a very unique community.
Absolutely.
When it comes to MMO communities. I mean, I was just on Reddit 5 minutes ago, and every day I feel like I see a post, this is the best community.
It is. I have to agree. I mean, I've been a part of a lot of other MMO communities, and this is the only one that I've ever really felt like I wanted to contribute to.
This was the only one who's ever bought me a fucking amazing ass system.
Oh my god.
God.
True story. The generosity and the support from this community is truly amazing. Why are you breaking
I think I
things?
broke the chair.
You didn't.
Oh.
That's going to be Callow's.
Wow.
Fine.
That's going to be Callow's new benchmark for whether an MMO's community is good. Have they built me a computer yet?
It's not just that. It's not just that, because communities have bad aspects too. I mean, there are some people in this community that won't even buy a dude a wheelchair.
Right? There are some segments of the community that they see something like, boy, this person needs a wheelchair, and they're like, no,
fuck that
Gaming
guy.
related, off our group.
not here.
Deleted.
Boo to you.
Darwinism at its finest.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no.
That's terrible.
Welcome to the show, Happy.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You get to be associated with that comment.
Well, at least my response to it is, oh.
Dicks and wheelchairs.
Yeah, we're probably worse because we laughed. That's okay.
I laughed. You just couldn't hear. It wasn't audible. I moved my face away from the camera like, don't let them know.
Oh, man. So a lot of really great talent associated with the Dream Network. Miztech and Sly, a.k.a. Gray Fox. Who are some other people that you've got going on the Dream Network?
We have Razé, the Moogle Mama.
Of
She's
course.
in the chat right now. Hello. We have Milo575, who is the craziest person in existence. If you watch the stream, you're gonna be a different person. You're gonna be a man by the time you leave that stream, or some variation of man that I can't possibly describe. It's scary sometimes.
I will admit, I want to watch this stream so badly now.
That's-
I
yeah.
have to
You're-
know what that means.
You're selling it really well,
Yeah.
Happy. You're doing a great job.
I think your dicks are good.
We also have Pukajutsu, who is another person who does a lot of work behind the scenes, but has also been streaming every day for, I think it's 112 days now.
Wow.
Dude,
That's impressive.
That is very impressive.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a little march through, I think it was Zalera the other day with all of his viewers, because, that's 99% of the Zalera population. So just trying to make it so it doesn't get deleted. Yeah, we have lots of talent. New person, Pharos. He's brand new on the team. His girlfriend Courtney also does a lot of work behind the scenes. So overall, we also have Foldosaurus from Collision. He kind of hides off in the corner, though. He's like in the corner of the team. He's just like, yeah, guys.
This is quite the lineup you got.
Yeah, you guys have got a great lineup of talent over there.
You guys are like the Justice League of streaming, and we're like the
Can we be the Legion of Doom?
the Suicide Squad.
Yes, yes, we'll be the Suicide Squad.
Oh my god, damn.
I get to be Snart.
Meanwhile, at the halls of justice.
In the Yordles, another great one, because she does a lot of live drawing and commissions and things like that.
Oh, that's cool. That's super
She's
cool.
always drawing things
Very cool.
for everyone, and it's great.
We need an artist.
More yeah.
And someone who speaks Japanese.
That's hilarious. I was actually just going to say that more recently, Kahlo, you've actually been doing that
I have.
on our stream because you haven't been able to participate in the gameplay, and it's actually been wildly popular, leading
A
to
lot more popular than I thought it would be.
you know, leading to the now infamous Rumpcock.
Yeah,
The rump cock.
we just got
Rumpcock.
called the Great Lakes Avengers, and I'm pretty sure that's an insult.
That's cool.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Have
not.
you read Great Lakes Avengers?
I haven't.
Yeah, it's not cool. We were not being complimented there.
Shut your filthy mouth.
Brandon Squirrel was on it.
about it. Too loud. I want to say the remaining two people.
Okay, go ahead. Yes, please. We're stepping all over it.
I literally almost said Rumpcock.
You guys should,
Employed the rump cock.
if you ever get a chance, you should check out Rumpcock's stream. It's really impressive.
It's something else.
It really is.
And then finally we have Vidula Sai, who has been a good friend for a long time, and he's aspiring to be a streamer as well. He loves it. He does it a lot. It's just everyone on the team loves it. Achicat also, or Akicat. I always get it wrong regardless. So
Is that the one that's spelled like AOKI?
no.
Oh, okay.
Achikat. So I'm like, yeah, Achicat. And then someone said Akicat, and then I said Akicat, so I said Achicat. And I was like, what is it?
Somewhat, yes.
I'm so confused. Right
Yeah, well, it's like pretty much every made-up word in FF14. It doesn't matter
Final
how.
Fantasy 11. No. Final Fantasy 11.
You're right.
Achicat Highlands. I will never forget.
You're right.
Mondstadt.
Everything in FF11
now.
was
Excabard.
Any
Literally?
orc name in the
Excabard is the
game.
worst.
Take your face and put it up against the keyboard, and then add a landmark at the end of it. For the name of every zone in Final Fantasy 11.
Mithra Slayer Rosh
True
Prosh.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, at least FF14 follows a little bit more sensible naming.
Mineral web blowfish.
She doesn't count. She's
no,
not a person.
You all just put your
Rogadin has
faces
its
against
own
it.
naming system and language.
Everything
that
has
actually
it.
makes
There's
sense.
two naming systems: unintelligible and words put together. Just take the two furthest ends of the spectrum, and that's your race naming
So
scheme.
slam your face against the keyboard or open to two random pages in the dictionary.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Right up where the Galka left off. Spin the wheels for your name.
Lame deer.
He is not wrong.
Orliv's last name actually means like bluefish daughter.
No one cares.
No.
It does. Oh.
No.
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 It does.
I'm sure it does.
Buttercup is-
We're not saying that it doesn't, Nika. What we're saying,
Stupidest name I've ever heard.
that's exactly what we're saying. Oh man. Well, yeah. So everyone should there's a Dream Network website. What's the website?
DreamNetwork.tv.
DreamNetwork.tv. Everyone should go there and make sure you put up the appropriate follows. Check out all of their streams. Of course, check out Mr. Happy's stream, as well as his ever useful YouTube channel and State of the Realm, a great addition to the FF14 podcasting community. And seriously, you guys are doing a great job and raising the bar for everyone. Honestly, like the fact that you guys are so good makes us work harder at trying to be awesome. So, well,
that just comes effortlessly.
It does. It's so easy for us to just,
awesome.
to keep
to
up.
be awesome.
Yeah. It's the competitiveness. That's what
Awesomeness begets awesomeness.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Dickery begets dickery.
It does. But real shit though. It does. It pushes everyone to be better. I think when you have such such a high bar set by so many people that it really makes everyone want to get better.
The impending feeling of like, oh, if we don't put on a good show, someone else will.
Yeah, and there are tons of other great. Great Twitch and podcasts that have joined the arena. Frosty TV's Mog Talk is a great one, as well as of course Nell Celestine's Chocobo Dash, Gamer Escapes, Aetheryte Radio, which I helped develop, by the way, as well humble brag,
humble brag.
Mithri 2 is actually pretty new.
Yeah, Mithri.
Awesome.
Yeah, Mithri has got a fantastic YouTube channel. Ethis Asher, of course, who we had on last time, making fantastic YouTube content. So, I mean, this community is really, really rich with awesome content, and of course, we want to help share it all. We know that we're pretty awesome here at Limit Break Radio, but you should
Why
definitely
are you even mentioning it. It's a given.
Right, absolutely. But
we're going to mention it.
We have to fluff the balls a little bit. I mean, just a little bit.
Just caress the balls. It's go around.
Yeah. So, but there's a wide plethora of content to check out here in this community, and we hope that you do. And so, Mr. Happy, thank you so much for joining us today. Was there anything that we didn't cover that you wanted to mention?
I didn't really know what I was going to be talking about when I came on. I just sat down at my chair like, wait.
That's kind of how we approach episodes too.
It's that's sort of how we do every episode.
Yeah, we don't know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. It's funny. You actually got to you get to peek behind the curtain as being a guest here on the show and see really how poorly we run this show.
Everyone got to peek behind the curtain at the beginning.
Actually, that's true. That's true.
Being interviewed by Limit Break Radio is like laying down with someone for the first time. You're really not sure what to expect. You hope it's going to go good, but there's always that chance that it could be the worst thing that you've ever done, and sometimes you don't even know till later.
Well, and you certainly never know what's coming.
One thing is for sure, even when it's bad, it's good.
Happy, will you do me a favor?
Oh my God.
What's your favor?
Next time you talk to Ms. Tech, thank her for making Duty Finding Coil somewhat bearable. Because without her videos, I would still be on like turn 2 and want to die.
Oh, man.
Hello, Mr. Happy here, and welcome to the Visual Guide.
The puns, though, have been making
all the time. I'm easy. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, all this. I'm easy to do. She's harder to imitate.
Yeah. Well,
the puns at the beginning of the last few turns have been a experience.
Mind turning.
Mind turning.
Happy. We're going to give you a contest for absolutely free. Usually we charge a fee for doing this, so you're welcome. Awesome. But we're going to give you a contest absolutely free. People, you should give away a prize, whatever prize you want. But it should be a contest. Whoever can come up with the best Ms. Tech impression. Because you're right, I
might as well just give it to my girlfriend then, because she does a godlike.
Nero, I love that. We're going to give you a contest. You should get a prize and give one away for it, but we're giving you a contest.
I mean, there could be a contest to imitate everyone on the Dream Network. If
Hey,
you can come up with it.
you know what? We sat here and said, "Hey, throw numbers into the chat," and that's how we're going to give away a CD.
Whoa,
so you know what?
Hold on.
No.
We did not say that. That was all on you.
After like 3 other ideas that were equally terrible.
So there you go. There's one for free.
Thanks. I've never gotten a free contest before. It's like my dream come true.
Well, you never know what's going to happen on Limit Break Radio.
Yeah. Hey, that's I guess that's what you get when you come on Limit Break Radio.
Out of curiosity, have our other 2 guests basically said they don't want to be on yet?
Have they backed out yet?
They seem to be AFK now, so I don't know.
That's a shocker.
They blocked me on Skype.
Oh, damn it!
Wow.
That's not surprising. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Happy, for coming on and talking about what you guys got coming up in the future, and of course, everyone looking forward to Heaven's Word, and enjoy Heaven's Word, enjoy the content, enjoy the streaming, and good luck to you in everything that you do.
Thank you, and I can't wait to see you all at the next Fan Fest.
Absolutely, man. It's gonna be a blast.
All of us.
It's gonna be a throwdown, and you know what, dude? You better get in on this after party that we're gonna throw. The last after party that we threw was epic, and I swear to, I promise you, I'm not gonna get as drunk as last time.
Bullshit.
Anira
How
almost
can you
died.
say it's epic when you don't even remember it?
Me and Juxta will be at the next one. Anira was going to get smashed beyond all recognition.
We're going to leave him at
I'm
the
allergic
street.
to bullshit, so I need you to step back.
Oh man. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Happy. Take it easy, and thanks for being on Limit Break Radio, man.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for shouting out the Dream Network and State of the Realm as well.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
So do I just hang up on the call, or is like a special way that this happens?
I'll kill you.
Again, when it comes to laying down with someone for the first time, we just kick you out the day after.
Yeah. Hey, wait.
Here's some cab fare.
Yeah. There you go. I was being
That's generous. Oh, I got the contest. That is my cab fare.
There you go. Yeah, we already. Yeah. So, bye-bye.
He needs to go to the doctor now and get himself tested.
Yeah.
Dream will never be the same.
Make sure that you make a bunch of awkward phone calls.
Text 2 days afterwards.
Yeah, do we do the next day call? Or we don't do that, right?
No, we're done now.
Absolutely no.
That's all for that.
No, they'll never hear from us again. DreamNetwork.tv. Make sure that you're checking it out. Shout out to Mr. Happy. Thank you for coming on. Let's get our next guest in the cannon here.
Okay.
Who's our next one?
I think he's in the cannon. Are we in the cannon?
Are we in the? Oh, wait. Is he there?
Hello? Are you?
Oh, it's Mr. Face.
Mr. Face?
Mr. Face just appearing.
Whoa.
Just appearing out of nowhere.
He's smirking.
Oh my god, this is terrifying. By the way, you introduced Happy as as like a face of Final Fantasy XIV. I'm like, you ruined the intro.
This is the face.
Yeah.
The face of Final Fantasy XIV, Mr. Face, joining us here on Limit Break Radio once again. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Face. It's wonderful to have you back on the program.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm intimidated.
I'm scared.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay, guys.
Did you guys see?
We invited him on the show. It's okay.
Okay, well, we invited him on the show.
He showed up in my house once. I remember that just now. I just remembered that. I had to block that out. He followed me around one time.
He was in my room earlier today. He sent me a picture. He was praying
at my nice room.
He was praying at my Hildebrand shrine.
That thing's creepy on its own.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's good. I love it.
How did you feel about the Hildebrand Shrine, Mr. Face?
It was a very lovely shrine. I had to stop by and see it.
Oh, thank you very much. I tried very hard on it.
So, Mr. Face, all of Eorzea is getting ready for Heaven's Word. How are you spending your time until the expansion comes out?
I've been toiling hard to establish monetary wealth for myself. With this, I plan to purchase a residence for me and one other.
Oh,
is there a Mrs. Face?
Is that a Mrs. Face?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Will you have facelings?
little faceless
Baby face?
Junior.
Baby face?
Baby face.
Get a bunch of Lala faces. There you go. That'll be baby face. Well, that's that. Congratulations. That's fantastic, Mr. Face. Finding love in Eorzea and settling down with some property.
Can I come to the wedding?
Yes, everyone's invited, provided they meet the specifications.
All right. Well, that's exciting.
Sweet.
You got to record it for YouTube. I mean, even if all of us can't attend, I think that might be an appropriate thing to share with everyone via YouTube.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. So, Mr. Face, of course, you have journeyed far and wide here in Eorzea. What do you make of the Ora?
The Ora.
Yes, the new race. They're not here yet.
My new persona.
But they're going to be here come Heavensward. We've met one of them. Yugiri.
She was very cute and very mysterious.
Yeah. So what do you make of this new race that's going to be adventuring with us in Eorzea?
I want to touch their horns.
Oh,
I get that.
That's not creepy.
No, I get that. I get that. Some of them horns are pretty impressive. Yeah.
Juxta, can I touch your horn?
yes. Yes, you can.
You could have said anything. I don't think he'd have said no.
Well, it's his penis, and he can do whatever he wants with it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of the Ora. No, definitely not a fan.
They are great.
No, I don't think they are.
The
I don't
horns
think they
are very.
The men are tough. The women look stoned. It's okay.
It's okay. Juxta, after you go to camp, you'll know.
No, I'll know that I'll still be the same.
No, you'll know.
No, I know.
You'll know.
I know.
Is he gonna have an accountability buddy?
So, Mr. Face, you've met so many people in your travels in Eorzea. Is there one specific encounter that sticks out in your mind?
One specific encounter. I have visited many worlds and many houses and many personal rooms that were left unlocked. Some people greet me on sight. Some people back away, others will follow me around. However, most people just stand still. I'm not sure why. Most stand still next to a bell, but in Balmung they stand still in the streets, like everywhere. Balmung is a very strange place.
We agree.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of different things about different servers of this game. I've never heard that as a criticism before. That is a fascinating fact about Balmung that I did not know. Thank you for educating us.
If only someone would invent cars in Eorzea, we could just wipe the problem out.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
You were so cruel today.
They're not a problem.
Huh?
They're not a problem.
Balmung isn't a problem?
Oh, Balmung?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the people that are in the streets in Balmung.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Approved.
Yeah.
Approved.
You can just run them over with chocobos or behemoths and
The fat chocobo might do some damage.
Ponies. Yeah, the fat chocobo would definitely do some damage. So, Mr. Face, what is next for Mr. Face? What do you have planned for the future, Heavensward and beyond?
It's tough to say. In the near future, hopefully there will be a celebration. And we will have to wait until she is ready for that.
Okay, I predict wedding bells. That's what I think. So So everyone should be very excited to witness the union of Mr. and Mrs. Face.
Can I do it naked?
I don't know, Mr. Face. Is it okay if Juxta comes in
his small clothes?
Yeah, in his Wild Boys attire. Is that appropriate?
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Face, what is your mount of choice?
Good question.
I don't have it yet, but I would like the orb.
Oh,
from
the
front
orb.
lines.
Yes, the ADS orb.
I love having balls beneath me. Wait, what?
That makes so much sense.
Right?
Things are falling into place all over. Thank you very much for joining us today, Mr. Face. It has been an honor to talk to you, and we can't wait to see what's next. And
so expressive, it's creepy.
It's fascinating, and we're all looking forward to the wedding of Mr. and Mrs. Face.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for coming on Limit Break Radio. Take it easy, Mr. Face of Eorzea, joining us today on Limit Break Radio.
Just remember, he's in your moghouse at all times.
Yeah, I can't believe that I forgot that time that he.
Escalia, there's no monk houses in this
Oh
game.
my God!
That I can't believe that I forgot that time that he came.
Go back to your own game.
Into my house and just sat there. Like I came back from being AFK and he's just like sitting there next to me, watching me, following me around. It was creepy.
Was it kind of like this?
It was worse than that.
No,
it was worse than
that. I think that's pretty good.
Because at that point, I don't think that Mr. Face.
Bye, Mr. Face.
I didn't know about him like that much. Like he wasn't. I didn't. So it was just weird. It was just weird that he just showed up out of nowhere. This guy.
So yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Face. The infamous, the famous Mr. Face, and it's always
the facest Mr. Face,
the faciest, the faciest, the faciest face.
And all of Faceorzea. No, it didn't work.
I think he's a facist.
Someone said earlier, face is love, face is life.
There you go. Yeah, definitely, search for Mr. Face on YouTube, Google, and you'll be able to find him. Joining us now on Limit Break Radio, returning to Limit Break Radio, we have the one, the only Raffledurg, Mr. Fusion.
I thought he was part of Limit Break Radio.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Might as well at this point.
We got an email that said so.
Yeah.
No, that email said that we were part of Pet Food Alpha.
Yeah, that's right.
No, that can't be right.
Fusion, welcome back to Limit Break Radio. It's been a while since we've had you on. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I'm kind of hot right now. Had to close the window, turn off all the fans.
We understand.
We know. We live
I'm just sitting here like I'm really cold.
Summer sucks.
And until you've shared a room with the body heat that Juxta generates, don't even talk. All right.
The body heat. What about the funk? The body funk. I mean, come on.
The funk is part of the heat.
How can you ignore the funk?
I guess at this point I've just gotten used to
Not
it.
only does he bring the noise, he brings the funk.
The funky monkey.
Fusion of course Aetheryte Radio and Gamer Escape. Welcome back to the program. Again, it's been a minute since we've had you on, and of course, Gamer Escape is it has become a huge touchstone inside of the Final Fantasy XIV community, not just for the wiki, but for the great insightful articles that you guys produce, the interviews that you guys do with Square Enix, as well as your great podcasts, of course, Aetheryte Radio, which I help launch, as well as the enormously popular Lore Train shows. So what's next for Gamerscape? What are you guys going to be doing coming up here?
So right now we got a lot of stuff on the table, kind of on top of everything right now. We're planning E3. We're going to be at E3 this year.
Nice.
We do have some stuff lined up. I'm not supposed to say what, but if you've checked out our E3 coverage from previous years, you can probably guess.
Yeah.
You can probably guess.
Yeah.
So it'll
put two and two together.
Cool. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very, very, very busy out there. But we got that coming up. I actually got PAX tickets when they went up, for the 40 minutes last week. So
congratulations!
At PAX, we'll be covering that.
Nice.
Let's see. We just put out a new Lorecast a little while ago, talking about. This is kind of funny because we put this Lorecast out for our 2.5 summary.
Yeah,
and then every other Final Fantasy podcast did a 2.5 episode.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, how can you not? I mean, how can you really it's sort of like I think that the reason everyone did it is because it was such you know, like that was a great story twist, and how do you not talk about it? Like, and the thing is that, you know, I think all shows sort of dance around spoilers, and it's just nice to know, like, okay, the end has come, and now, like, let's give it some breathing room, and then talk about it. And I think it was cathartic for a lot of the Final Fantasy XIV community.
Oh yeah, and it was a lot of fun actually going through, because I went through that last bit of storyline with the girlfriend, and I had actually predicted that Nanamo was going to die.
Well, yeah, you guys had
she dies. Oh, if you look,
spoilers.
We have a whole article about it where I called it, and if you look in the inside the goblet of the 2.5,
that's what I was just going to mention.
The Lalafell face.
Yeah, no, you guys were.
We noticed that too. I remember.
You got. Well, I think we had noticed it because we had read that article.
I think it was. Well,
all credit to where credit is due. That was
definitely us.
No, it was really insightful, and it definitely came from Gamerscape.
Are you sure you don't want to stick your dick in this for some credit too?
I'm positive.
I'm sitting down. It'd be hard to do that.
Just really off to the side really quick, we just got a tweet from Whispering Dawn. At Limit Break Radio have decided that we are not a worthy podcast. We are the forgotten podcast. Guess we will have to work harder to make Senpai notice us.
Aww.
You are noticed, Whispering Dawn.
You are noticed.
What podcast was that?
I don't know.
Well, there you go. There you go. Calling you out.
You're an asshole.
Look, we haven't followed them yet, which I just did. I fixed that.
We've now followed them.
They are an up-and-coming weekly FF14 podcast, so they're still out and still learning. So,
my goodness.
So we have now plugged them on our community show. Everyone go check them out.
We didn't plug anything. We don't know what their podcast is.
How do people Google it? How do people find them?
I don't know. Whispering Dawn.
Oh my God.
Well, like.
Oh my God!
Because clearly, what we do is we sit around and listen to every show that comes out. That's what we do.
You can find them on iTunes and Stitcher. That's all I can tell you.
But you know what? We do. When 2.5 came out, I did listen to a lot of the other 2.5 summaries, and you know what? I have to say that I learned something from every different episode. It may have all been sort of centered around the same thing, but absolutely every show brought different insights to the table, and I think that's really indicative of the fascinating, diverse community that exists here in Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of different podcasts. I mean, just right now, I mean, there's you and me, and you guys have your own thing. We have our own thing, and everybody else has their own thing, which is really cool, which gives a lot of variety to people to tune in for something that kind of fits what they want to listen to.
Absolutely.
And goes back to our point about competition earlier, where a little competition makes everyone better.
Absolutely. That's totally true. And, the better that everyone's product, it pushes everyone to be better overall. And I think that, this community is a prime example of that. It happens in other places, but populations of games fall off. Talented people end up moving on to either other games or doing other bigger projects. But FF14's community is vibrant, and it is it's huge and active, and I just all I see is it growing in the future. But what's interesting though is now Fusion, you like me, we both followed FF14 from its alpha development in 1.0 and watched the community spring up, and I mean there is a big difference in this community between 1.0 and 2.0. I mean 1.0 in a lot of ways felt like like the loyal trudging on trudging along to a dirge. It was there wasn't as much vibrancy, there wasn't as much people didn't make videos like they do, people didn't do fan art like they do, people weren't doing covers of the music like they do now, and it's just from the shift from 1.0 to 2.0, it grew the community, but it also in numbers, but it also grew it in such diverse ways. What have you noticed in that transition?
Well, going back to 1.0 a little bit, I don't think I would say that it wasn't there, but the problem was because 1.0 was 1.0, stuff would come up, but then it disappeared. It'd be like a one-off, and then you wouldn't, hear from this podcast again, or you wouldn't see anything more from this creator.
That's true.
But with 14 now, I mean, it's gotten so big. They finally got released on consoles, which was one of the earlier promises that they made.
That helps.
We're on PS4 now. So I mean, it's reaching a lot. It's reaching a broader audience now, and so I think that right there is just getting the game available to more people is going to just kind of expand that whole kind of group of creatives that we had in the community.
Absolutely. Now, it's been it's been posed before, like, what kind of content would people like to see moving forward? And Fusion, you've been such an active member in the FF14 community. What types of content do you see that, like maybe, or do you not see that you would like to see moving forward?
It's kind of funny you bring that up after having Mr. Face on. We actually, long time ago, back when, probably 6 months into 2.0, we were actually talking and wanting to do like a kind of like machinima series. And I thought that would be really good. I've seen kind of little little bits, playing with that idea, but not like a solid like series. And I think that would be really cool to do. The problem is, as someone that's already doing something, it's really hard to find the time to go and then do another thing.
Yeah.
But I think that would be really cool. But I mean, it's a lot of when people ask that question, what does the community need? It's important to try and find something that's different that nobody's done before. But at the same time, it's also not a bad idea to look at what people are doing now and see if there's a way that you can do it better.
That's a great point. That's a great point because, when Limit Break Radio came around, we were by no means the very first FF11 podcast. Fusion, you had been at it.
Oh, I still remember the email you sent us. Like, you guys are so cool, and we're going to do a podcast. And
yeah, I know you dragged that email out. It seems like every time we do a thing together.
I haven't dragged that out since what was that? The
09? Yeah, Youmacon 09. Okay, so maybe I guess it's been a minute. So, but yeah, no, 5 years. That happened. That happened. Yeah, so Limit Break Radio is by no means the the first FF11 podcast, and we owe a lot of our influence to the path that Pet Food Alpha paved, and before that, Mega Elixir too.
Yeah.
I
forget about that. It just kind of creeps its head up,
reaching very far back into history for that one.
Still remember the call you made to me mentioning Mega Elixir? We can do that better. All right, let's do it.
Fun fact: I gave Mega Elixir their read email segment. Now everybody reads emails.
I guess that's an interesting trend.
That's such a basic
I know. WTF with Mark Maron reads emails. I mean, those guys fucking rip everything that we do off. What the fuck is that about?
Damn it, Mark Maron. I hope the check's in the mail.
Damn you, Mark Maron! So yeah, no, I think the way that this community has grown over, really since the launch of 2.0 over the last, year and a half has been amazing. It's been an explosion of super creative talent, and if we can do even just a little bit to highlight some of the other talent that exists in this FF14 community, then I think that we've done our job. And of course, Gamerscape is a huge source for really uniquely perspective articles, insights into FF14's development, and interviews with the dev team, with Koji Fox. You guys have an amazing level of access with Square Enix. What's that like, man? Like we are totally kept on the peripheries of that shit. They don't talk. Square Enix does not talk to us. We know that they listen. We know that they listen, and they're probably fans, but they don't talk to us.
They're definitely fans. They all have t-shirts.
They don't. Well, we know that at least 2 of them give to our Patreon.
Yeah, I'm pretty butthurt about it.
Today I traced some California-based El Segundo IPs back to the PFA site. I'm like, oh, they're looking at the website. That's cool.
Senpai noticed me.
Maybe it's them.
Yeah. No.
The first email I ever got from Matt Hilton, I actually printed out and taped it on my wall.
Wow.
Oh, wow. You're a loser. I'm kidding.
You want to come to FanFest? I was like, yeah.
We laugh, but that would be in a frame that I would jack off to every night.
Yeah. We definitely have never gotten that invite before, and we've had to beg and plead. But whatever. Hey, it's cool. It's cool.
It's okay. We got penis jokes, okay?
Yeah.
We got the rump cock.
That's right.
Rump cock and dicks. Yeah. It's so great.
But yeah, it is nice to have that kind of access. I mean, obviously they're not just like, we will give you anything you want, but it's, hey, there's an event coming up, like we can get you an interview slot or something like that. Same thing with Koji. We've got a really great relationship with him, mostly because of the great work that Anwell or Anonymous does with the lore stuff. We had our big, huge Rise and Fall of the White Raven article that we did before 2.0 launched. Which was, that was helped set up by Square PR and Koji. And we're doing our summaries now, and we're going to continue those and do the lorecast with them, and we're going to figure out timing for, what's spoiler, the maybe 2-3 weeks after the patch or something, but we're going to be working and doing a lot more of that, and we got some stuff coming up at E3, so it should be a lot of fun.
The Lorecast episodes and the Lore Train posts on Gamer Escape are some of the most fascinating listens and reads in the FF14 community by far. Now, I've got a bit of a personal question.
Gross.
This relates to the last episode where we talked about a place in Sastasha called the Sultana's Lap. Please validate my theory that it could be completely possible that something like dark and sordid went down. Dark and sordid went down in the Sultana's Lap, and Pippin might be as a result of whatever happened there.
So it is funny because this is one of the things. I mean, we've been me and Anwell. We've had a bunch of stuff that we're like, we should write this up. We should write this up. We should write this up. Like we have all these things, but again, only so much time to do it. And so this one is actually something since we started doing the Lore Train that we should write this up at some point, and we never got around to it. So the Sultana's Lap. Lap is actually an older word for female genitalia.
See, okay, all right.
And the story is, it is not the current Sultana. It is an older Sultana.
Okay.
And there was a royal wedding, and our old buddy Mistbeard, I believe it was, paid a visit to said royal wedding and apparently stole more than some jewels.
So let's say that a child is born from that. Maybe not Nanamo's. Not Nanamo's kid, but a brother. Yeah, and Kahlo, I think you had said that. I think that is a pretty good working theory. And so all of you who called me crazy and who called me fucked up for saying that.
All right. To be fair,
thank you for validating me.
To be fair, regardless of that, you're crazy and fucked up.
Yeah. No, okay, that's fair.
Right.
You're an inspiration for birth
this was, I think, too long ago.
Wow!
Whoa! All right, seriously though, again, you have been spot on with these spots today.
Yeah. Wow!
I know that was a Duke Nukem line, but I don't know what from.
There's a lot of Duke Nukems.
There's a lot. I've played them all. I know. Thank you for validating that theory, because a lot of people...
It's not a good theory, because the Sultana that this happened to wasn't... I don't even think it was the Nanamo's predecessor. I think it was longer before that, so that wouldn't be a thing.
All right, fair enough.
I don't think I would need to check, but I'm pretty sure it was a while ago.
Okay, all right. So, of course, I could be wrong, but it was rooted in something. But people heard...
It could still be a tainted bloodline.
When I threw out the term rape baby, people just jumped all over me. But it is based in something, so...
Yeah, you'll have to go back.
All right,
there's actually mentioned, Pippin was in the Tales from the Calamity piece that they did on the Sultana.
Yes.
So you'll have to go back and check on that. But, that's really all we have of Pippin, so...
Does it have pictures?
He shares the name with the Hobbit, and he's also a Lalafell, which was...
Say what?
It said, does the Tales of the Calamity, does it have pictures?
I don't think they did.
I'm not reading it.
I think it was just a write-up. It's not a little picture book. Sorry.
Can you make a picture book? A nice little flash animation.
If you guys can help me get a cloning machine, I'll just make another one of me, and that one can just do all the stuff.
Mr. Happy has a whole Justice League of people helping him. I mean, why can't you just find some people to help you?
You know what? No. Hey. There's the content that we would like to see developed and moving forward in the FF14 community. We want to see animated Tales from the Calamity.
You're welcome. There's your contest. I gave it to you.
See, Everybody who comes on the show gets an idea. This is your idea, Fusion.
Yeah,
What
there you
idea
go.
did you give to Mr. Face?
Yeah, it's only like 5 episodes, though. That's
Mr. Face.
Stuff's already out there.
Doesn't need ideas.
Okay, well, when you make those 5 episodes, then you can complain that there's only 5 episodes. Right now, we got 0.
Well, it's not like they can really do a whole lot more of like Tales from the Calamity. It already happened, and I don't know.
I don't know. I think you could.
I want the Garlean side of things.
I mean, there was the fade to white, and we didn't know what really happened, and that's kind of all of those articles kind of.
We know what happened with the fade to white. They put that video out.
Well, yeah, but I mean, okay, so after all of that shit goes down, but I mean, like, fast forward 5 years, there's a lot of shit that happens in that 5 years. There's a lot of shit that they could, plug in for exposition there.
Maybe.
Yeah. So there's a 5-year fast forward. There's a 5-year jump. I mean, you got to learn how all of that shit got built in Lenosia. With
lots of hammers. I hear.
Now,
hammers and nails.
Stop. It's hammer time.
Jeez. Get out. Get out.
Can use that.
Oh, man. So yeah, what do you guys, you guys, I've seen this on Twitter a couple of times, and I don't know if maybe I shouldn't have seen it.
Oh.
What? You guys are working on a new version of the website, aren't you?
Oh, damn, yeah, that tweet. I was playing around with some stuff and didn't realize that certain things were linked to certain active Twitter accounts.
Yeah. Yeah. So, secrets out. Spoilers. So, you guys are working on a new website.
Way to blow it open, Aniro. That's what we do on Limit Break Radio.
Hey.
We blow things. what do we?
Someone put that cat back in the bag. Get that cat out of here.
And you guys wonder why we're sending him to this camp.
But yeah, this is the kind of gotcha journalism that we do here on Limit Break Radio. So yeah, confirm or deny Fusion X new website.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV isn't the only thing getting a version 3.0 this year. So
so look forward to that brand new 3.0 version of Gamer Escape. So
meanwhile, the Limit Break website
1.0.
It's
old school.
Yeah,
it's the beta version.
You're at least like a 1.3.
Yeah, we updated it.
We don't need your pity, Fusion. You keep your 0.3.
Hey, just because a Nero needs your validation doesn't mean we do.
Yeah.
We put more stuff in the loot vault, and we even put a nice X over one of the sections for the forums. We're shutting down the forums, and by that I mean we're like putting a Microsoft Paint X over it.
They still exist. We could turn them back on if we wanted to, but we're not.
No.
It's not happening. Anyway, Fusion, thank you for joining us today. And by the way, I also wanted to compliment you on the animated GIF that you guys had put out of the new Aetheryte Radio logo. You guys did a really, really great job on that logo.
I thought it turned out like shit because of the way that it compresses colors with GIFs, and I'm like, whatever. Like, it's good.
And did you help design that? Is that why you're talking about it?
All the flaws that I do.
It's super cool, and I look forward to the brand new website. And make sure you go check out GamerEscape.com. They got a great wiki, of course, a whole line of podcasts, and a great front page articles as well. Fusion X, thank you for hanging out with us today on Limit Break Radio. It's been a pleasure having you back, man. All right, take it easy.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Fusion.
Thank you to Fusion X as well as Mr. Face and Mr. Happy for coming on and hanging out with us and talking about their plans moving into Heavensward. We had a fourth guest scheduled for today. We were going to have Sonoma of Order of the Blue Garter come on and talk to us about what they've been working on at their website, but unfortunately Sonoma is traveling today and unable to join us for this episode, but we will catch up with Sonoma in a future episode and talk more about Order of the Blue Garter. And of course, everyone should know Order of the Blue Garter. It's an infamous Final Fantasy XI resource going back a long time. Great forums and it's just a really fun community over there. So make sure that you check out. We've got a link to their website and of course everyone else's website here. At our own website, limitbreakradio.com. So we've spent an hour talking about how amazing this community is.
Let's go back to reality.
But the truth is, like all things, there are some dark corners.
Yeah, with everything that goes up, it must come back down, and it comes down really hard. There are some
things like cutting out a guy's wheelchair thing. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
You know, it's sort of like that moment in Lion King where he's like, everything you see, this is all yours, but that dark place, you don't go there. That dark place exists in the Final Fantasy XIV community.
Oh, look at this dark place. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, so let's
do that.
Let's spend some time
there. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Let's dive in, guys.
Let's dive straight in. I think that the official forums are is an unbelievable source of shit posting.
Cesspools.
I fail to understand sometimes who gets banned and who doesn't from the official forums. Some of the more sane people in this community have been banned from the official forums, but it sometimes makes for interesting reading. Honestly, it really does. Why don't we? And it's not just the official forums.
The Facebook groups.
Yeah, Facebook groups get a special shout out. We give Reddit a lot of shit. Reddit's actually a fairly decent community, if we're honest. If we're honest,
they just hate us.
They actually have legitimate discussion. If you can point to,
you have to filter.
If you can point to a legitimate discussion that has ever happened in a Facebook thread, I will give you money.
A Facebook thread? How about the official forums?
Well, no, I would say that actual discussion happens sometimes in the
There
Facebook
is a
forum.
thread at the official forums about how Yoshi P reduced the size of the cat girls' butts.
What?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
true.
That
was
That's
real.
happened.
That was-
It's still happening.
That was a real
What?
post.
It's still happening?
It's a huge thread.
Getting rid of my badonkadonk.
Damn.
Need more junk in that trunk.
And yet they don't close or okay, all right, whatever. Who am I to question the brilliant omnipotence of Square Enix? But it is an undeniable fact that the official forums are a cesspool of shit, as well as a lot of the Facebook groups. I'm looking at you.
Oh, God.
A car accident in progress.
Wait, do you want to?
Makes for interesting reading.
Unbelievable.
Would you like to know my benchmark score?
No, I absolutely don't.
God. What is your benchmark score? Because I found out mine today with the new rig.
What server should I join?
I'm thinking of switching to a new server with
Yeah,
less
which-
which one should I
Which
go
one
to?
should I go to?
Guys, I have this friend who really needs a new TV, and so he's hosted a GoFundMe project. Here's the link.
I made $36,000 working at home last week, and
Please buy these shades.
Someone do a wheelchair thing.
no.
Do a wheelchair thing.
No.
I couldn't get around to it. You like that? You can have that.
Yeah.
Hashtag crawl maggot.
Those jokes don't have a leg to stand on.
I think every other one is then, aren't we sick of the gill sellers? What can we do to get rid of
Oh my God! Right? Okay, so why don't we? We're gonna spend a moment and
With a new segment.
With a new segment.
A new segment.
A new segment.
A new segment.
We're gonna do some dramatic reads.
Elephant Graveyard.
We're gonna bring these posts to life.
Yes. We're going to paint a word picture with words that are not our own, and we are going to be making direct quotes from the forum, sometimes from other places where people are throwing temper tantrums. But all right, who's reading mini lottery here?
I think Escalia was going to take that.
Okay, Escalia, you're going to start us off here.
Yep.
All right. Juxta.
Yep.
Juxta. You have a job here.
I'm playing.
Oh, you are? No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
There you are.
There we go. Ready? All right. This daily lottery is somehow something nice, but to be honest, it is a bit unfair when some people have already won 40,000 MGP with it, and others never even had the chance on a single 10K or 3.6K prize. If this continues like that, some people will just get hundreds of thousands of MGP, while others don't even get 10% of this. It would be one thing if there would be any other way to get such intense amounts of MGP, but somehow the Gold Saucer is really mainly a casino like this, in the bad way, and hell, for chocobo raising you pretty much need all those MGP. I don't really get why you implement it like this. You nerfed retainers so they will not bring people raid stuff, but now with Gold Saucer, it's back, and even worse. All things which bring most MGP are 100% luck-based. Even the Typhoon Gate, which only gives 1600 MGP, is 100% RNG. I mean, I would really like to understand why.
What the fuck?
That's what.
Do we also need to talk about these?
Yeah, oh yeah, we can talk about these.
The word gambling, look it up in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Casino, Gold Saucer.
Like, do you want to just walk into your average 7-Eleven and be like, yo, these lottery tickets are so unfair, I don't even have the chance to win the $10,000 prize.
Don't even have the chance!
Some people won't even get
Please
10% of that.
The fact that it's unfair makes it fair. That's the point. And what the fuck does that retainer raid stuff have to do with it at all?
I'm going into a CVS on my way home, and I'm going to ask, like, hey, does at least one of these tickets have the $4 million prize? Because if it is, I'll buy them all. But that wouldn't be fair if none of them had it.
Wow. Oh, man.
This comes back to entitled gamers, and they're, I don't know.
I'm entitled to 10,000 MGP, too. Every time! It's inexcusable that I should ever get 63 MGP. It's absolutely ridiculous.
All right.
I spent more on the fucking ticket than I got out of it. That's unbelievable.
Now, to be fair, they do have a point. I mean, I've only gotten 10K like 10 times.
Yeah.
I've only gotten it like 5.
I only got it 3 times in a row one time.
I got it today.
I got it today. 8 or 9. Come on, how am I going to afford Cerberus mount, Fenrir mount?
No, my worst
Cloud.
is that I've bought, like 80 bajillion gold packs and never gotten anything good, and then Surin buys like 10 and gets Warrior of Light.
Go Surin.
Oh my god,
That's
Aniro,
my
where did you get all
problem
those
with it.
tears? Look at all those tears you got.
Fair. It's not fair.
Oh, he's chugging them down.
Oh, yeah, good. Tears. Tears. Okay, all right. You got another one here? We got some more music here, Juxta?
DJ Juxta, play that shit.
Yeah, drop that shit, yo. It's good. That's a good one. Good one. Good choice.
You're welcome.
So far, you're 2 for 2.
I'm going to be 3 for 3.
Oh, are you?
Someone talk.
You're pretty confident.
Someone go.
Okay.
This is all you, Aniro.
I know. Please remove shark fin soup from the game. Shark finning is a destructive practice that has no place in reality or virtual reality. You may think that shark finning is the marine equivalent of ivory poachers, but at least ivory poachers have the decency to kill the elephant before removing their tusks for profit. Sharks are not as lucky. Their meat and carcasses is essentially worthless, so often their fins are carved off while they're still alive. The squirming bodies of the sharks are even thrown back into the ocean to die a cruel death from blood loss and suffocation. It's not uncommon to kill 1-year-old shark pups in this manner before they reach maturity. Like most MMOs, I thought this food item was merely a reference to Asian culture and could be overlooked. My opinion changed when I read a disturbing item description with an obvious political agenda. I find it interesting that Square Enix justifies killing the Megalodon for its fins with the shark fin soup item description. Quote, while not included in the soup, the remainder of the shark flesh is salted and dried until rock hard and then shaven into paper-thin slices, which is then boiled in hot water to create a savory soup that is the base for countless other recipes. This is an outright lie. A virtual lie. Because the only other recipe that includes Megalodon is a trophy recipe from goldsmithing. The truth is that shark meat is not used as the broth in shark fin soup or any other popular soup. It's not savory. Shark fin soup actually uses pork or chicken broth. Ironically, the chicken broth is the only part of the soup that has any nutritional value or taste. The fins that make up about 5% of the shark's body, many Asian fisheries and docks have issued laws to prevent this barbaric slaughter of an animal for so little. There are laws that require fishermen to bring back the entire shark body back to the dock to be finned. However, given that the body has so little value, it is more profitable to work around these laws than to comply with them. So, there is an increase in the black market sales, poor oversight in the fin-to-body ratio at the docks, and fisheries that sail halfway across the world to South America and other less legislated countries. Docks and fishing ports that receive shark fins in this manner are usually put behind tall barbed wire fences and with lockout towers. The prison-like security is mostly to prevent film crews from broadcasting these practices. There is no international fishing laws to prevent sharks from being finned alive at sea. A conservative estimate is that 7 to 80 million sharks are killed every year for their fins alone. This is a significant environmental impact on our ocean's ecosystem, and the moral issue is that this practice is to not feed people. It is to provide a tasteless, rubbery, unbeneficial garnish to a bowl of chicken broth. Do the right thing, SE, and stop perpetuating a lie. Remove shark fin soup from this game.
Oh my god. Wow. Someone took the time to write that.
Holy shit. Guys.
By the way,
shit.
Kudos to you for reading that so seriously the entire time.
That was really difficult. That was among one of the more difficult things I've ever done on this show.
You were channeling some hardcore Sarah McLachlan at the beginning there. I commend you on that.
Guys, is anyone hungry? Because I really have a hankering for shark fin soup. Yeah.
I don't know.
Despite this person, I want to eat one.
Yeah, I have no idea what the stat benefits to shark fin soup are, but I guarantee you I'm going to use it for everything from now on.
I think it's you plus 5% to metal.
Awesome.
Whatever.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Congratulations, you completely over-serious cockbag.
Pretty much.
All right, and I think we've got one more here.
Yep. I got this next one. Juxta, give me some music. Community, the most likely cause of the game's downfall. There, I said it. The community really isn't that great. Gaming communities never going to be great. I've been on MMOs 10 years. However, general attitudes on the game can be horrendous. Certainly, when people are too stubborn to admit they're wrong. For example, when a tank wipes the team in Shiva story mode by facing the frontal sword form AoE Ice Brand to the healers, when you only turn it to the stacked party in extreme mode. When confronted with the situation, they refuse to admit they're wrong, even though they never do it again. Then in recent months, most of what I've seen is a case of long-term players taking gear away from people who need it. Lower levels, including those needing primal weaponry from hard mode primals for future relics, including ones when they're close to starting the relic quest on. A few members of my FC had 4 primal hard runs just today, and 4 lots of the loot taken away from the person we were helping. Why? Grand Company seals and synthesizing. Money is more important to people on this game than assisting your fellow gamer who is new to the high levels of the game. Not all the community is bad. However, some of you are asking to go to gamer hell and not just to play strip poker with Satan.
Wow.
Powerful words.
Wow.
This community sucks.
Truer words have never been spoken.
His opinion has swayed us all.
Grand Company seals and synthesizing. Synthesizing.
Who does decent thing?
Who does that sound like? Nika?
Hey, it's hard to get those high
Hashtag Nika's going to gamer hell.
Gamer hell.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Gamer hell.
Hashtag no strip poker with Satan.
That was...
And I usually ask, if you really need it for glamour or you really need it for a job that you're leveling, then that's fine. But if you don't need it, descending is more important than Grand Company seals.
Don't worry, guys. Whenever we go into raids with Nika, we try to combat this behavior by needing on everything.
Yeah.
We'll teach her.
And if you ever get put into a duty with Nika Kyanian, make sure that you're needing your gear that you can, just to take it away from her.
Everything.
But I ask nicely.
Need all the things all the time.
That was so ridiculous.
At least you'll save me from going to hell if you do that, I guess.
Yeah, gamer hell.
Yeah, we do it for your own safety, Nika.
Thank you. I appreciate your concern.
Then I guess just pout.
Yeah, your music is on the same level as the.
Well, why don't you bring it up?
Because then the next song would blow everyone's heads off.
No, I got it.
Oh,
there's 4?
Yeah, there's 4.
You said 3.
No.
Oh, I'm panicking now.
Did Nika want to do this last one?
Nika, would you like to read the petition for RNG?
Sure.
Okay.
Dramatically.
Yeah.
I need a dramatic music to go along with it.
We're working on that.
Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Oh, and how can I read it to go along with that? All right. Please develop a new system in replace of the current RNG to make the game more accessible and enjoyable for your players. Many of your loyal, paying fans have expressed concern about the RNG put in place with nearly every aspect of the game. This system rewards purely luck instead of skill, and often makes the game less enjoyable. The current system simply frustrates players and alienates those who do not have the time to put in for a random 0.01% drop, for example. What's worse is they often implement these drops in obviously time-consuming ways, such as forcing the player to repeatedly kill the same low-level enemies for untold hours just to progress. Looking at you, Atma. Once in a while, it can work out in a player's favor. More often than not, it does the opposite. RNG is the epitome of a grindfest in any game, and thus, it creates the feeling at times that the game is simply a chore. Even in crafting, there is a large amount of luck involved, and it can kill any morale a player has when they lose days of accumulated currency to bad RNG. Many suggestions have been made in the official forums and blogs all over the internet, and many of them sound like great ideas that would be easy to implement. One example would be a post that they linked that says, "This poster makes great arguments for the exact issue, and there are some great suggestions from them and the other players' comments alike. Last but not least, let's be honest here. It's just another way of consuming subscription time with empty gameplay. That's just shady.
Shady.
In my opinion, one of the best suggestions I've seen that would give a good balance between luck and truly rewarding players is an appreciating RNG system. What this means is that for every failed roll, the percentage to obtain the item increases by a certain amount each time. While this does not eliminate luck, it would at least give some assurance to the player that they are not wasting their time. A potential benefit for you, Square Enix, aside from making your players happy, would be showing players that you are not afraid of changing your designs to suit their needs and wants, and can be design leaders when it comes to MMOs and video games in general. Granted, a clever solution is implemented.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh my
Wasn't there
God.
a change.org petition for this?
You just read the change. This is.
Yeah, that was on the change.org.
Yeah, this was not an official forum post. This was not in a Facebook post. This is a change.org petition that people are meant to sign.
Square Enix, if you give into this, the terrorists win.
Oh my God, how horrible. You communist. Every bad roll, we should get an increasing chance, an ever-increasing chance to get a good roll. No, why don't you go fuck yourself?
It's getting pretty red in here.
Why don't you go fuck yourself, and why don't you get good? Oh my God.
That was atrocious.
The worst kind of people. All right, but the best part of this is that someone made a counterchange.org petition and put it up yesterday. And I need something super epic here. I need something really awesome. I need a husky. I need a husky track.
Husky one?
A husky track.
Okay.
You could search husky and be able to find all of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I need a good husky track. You got to outfit me with an awesome husky track.
A husky track, Juxta.
What kind of husky track?
Just pick one.
You want an awesome one?
Yeah, an awesome one.
Okay, we're gonna get an awesome one.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna drop it.
Go for it.
Drop it like it's hot.
Wait, that's our outro.
That's our outro. Boom!
Show's over,
Any
guys.
other one.
Well, that looks like we have to wrap it up.
No. See ya, assholes.
Bye.
That's what you get for saying any husky track.
You said anyone.
Any other one.
What am I supposed to do?
All right. You ready?
Where is she?
That's better. That's a good one. All right. This Change.org petition is make the FF14 players that suck donkey dick #GetGood. For a while now, we have been drowned by nubs who feel this game should hand everything to them and raid bosses should be as easy as fapping to internet porn. Please free us as we are suffering from severely overgeared players still failing outdated content and are asking for further nerfs. Their responses are always in the range of, I have a life, or I'm handicapped, missing 8 fingers, 9 toes, and have an eye. I cannot stand idly by as they intoxicate the community with their crying and begging. They must be crushed before it's too late. So I pray to you, almighty Yoshi P, whom resides in the heavens of gaming, to do the decent thing for a simple ban of one of these bad players a day. You can save us from their horrid crying and begging. Oh, the RNG system is so bad! Change it, please! Change it! If you choose not to heed my warning, well, I dare say the consequences will be dire, as I will never hold you in my arms again, and I know you think about it every day. So please consider my request and tell Bads to #GetGood, and if they're mad, please reply with Get Triggered.
That's horrible.
That was awesome. And, by the way, it's got 16 supporters already. And if you would like to add your name to this list, you can go ahead and click this link that I have provided in our chat room.
So the actual petition is that SE will ban a bad player every day.
Ban one bad every day.
Okay.
Well, that's kind of counterproductive to their title. It says, make the players that suck donkey dick get good. But if you ban them, they can't get good.
No, what they need to do is it needs to ban the worst player every day, so everyone will compete to not be the worst player every day.
That's some Hunger Games shit right there.
In a zombie apocalypse, you don't have to be the fastest.
Hey,
don't be the slowest.
You know,
right.
We are developing the Ayn Rand style of thinking for Final Fantasy XIV. Okay,
God, no.
That's what's happening right now. No, I'm kidding. That's fucking terrible.
Good Lord.
No.
Wow, what a terrible.
But that covers both ends of the spectrum.
It does cover. It does.
Right,
it really does.
Boy.
It does. And but I think as a response to the first petition, because why would the fuck would you put it at change.org? I mean, for crying out loud.
So people can know that people need to rally.
Oh my!
I can see the U.S. government sending a message over to Japan for Square Enix saying, "Hey, our Change.org thing just got 100,000 signatures. Do we need to do something about this?"
What do we want? Unfair! When do we want it? Change!
Yes, that is a very accurate representation of all of these people. All right. So one final note of from the community here before we end part 2 is I want to talk about this website that has popped up and gone away very quickly, xivdps.com. A lot of people were really upset about this website.
Wait, is it gone now?
It is gone.
No.
Okay, so one of the things that people really complained about is that okay, so what it does is it takes the ACT parser and is able to give you a breakdown of all of the party's performance. It provided names of your party, and then the really killer app that it had is it would take the battlefield and and kind of lay it out and show you where each job was and
people move.
Yeah, where people move, what they were doing, and it was an I think I really liked it. I think it's an incredible teaching tool, but people really got butthurt about the fact that it included player names and you can search people's DPS. So here's a quote from the creator. I've already discontinued this project 2 weeks ago because there is another log site coming out that has an established infrastructure made by the same person who did Warcraft logs with even more features. The original plan for the project was to allow people who wish to display their speed kills in detail rather than a screenshot to let free company log their group/static raids on the website. The same way I did for my FC. You can check my post history for the info, a Guildwork widget to list it, and the option to opt in for a leaderboard. In the 4 months the site was up, I did not post it on Reddit simply because it was far from finished and there was no context/privacy setting, so the data to the data, so I can see how people are thinking that it could be used for a witch hunt. That was basically the response, was that this is basically a tool that's going to be used to hunt out the bads and kick them out of parties and make sure that they don't get parties in FF14. And I just think that that's an insane reaction. I think that was a really well developed tool, and people that that's the way that I saw it advertised, though. Like, I saw like a link for it and it said like, post anyone's DPS. Anyone.
What?
And I was like, man, that's horrible.
Okay, why did it require names? Like the actual. You're right. It could be used for lots of great stuff. It reminds me of, like you said, World of Logs from Warcraft. They all kinds of shit for people to go there and get utility stuff.
Yeah. But see, now that
why
I read
did it
his
have
quote,
to have names?
He says that it was not finished and there was no privacy setting to the data. Right. So it makes it sound like he was planning on something for that where you can like log in with your free company's name and then see your free company only or something.
The way that I understood it is that this guy had been developing the site and it really wasn't put out there in the public, but people found it and then just decided, hey, this is a witch hunt tool. and it's like,
speaking of the dark places of Eorzea,
like, and it was like a reverse witch hunt, which is kind of fucking insane. And so, like, really, guys, like, before you react, like, sit and think, like, really sit and fucking think about it, okay? And I really think that this could have been developed into a great tool. It was obviously unfinished. Now, the creator says it was unfinished.
He also mentions there's another group working on a similar project that has better infrastructure. So we could still see something.
It is literally Warcraft logs. They're working on an FF14
it's not like we're not going to get this
exactly.
eventually.
Well, but their version of the replay function is not as good as XIV DPS was. XIV DPS's was amazing.
Well, maybe XIV DPS needs to get a hold of them.
So, you talk about, like you say, it needed to not have everyone's names on it, because as much as it would be a sweet learning tool, I agree, it's also going to be a tool for shittiness. And there's look no further than LOL King, which is a League of Legends one, where you can look up all their stats, how they do in their last games, and people get shit on.
But that's the nature of leaderboards in video games. I mean,
I agree, but we just talked about how awesome and loving and supportive this community is, and I feel like if someone's just providing a way for the community to spiral downwards even quicker.
I don't know about that. I think that's reactionary.
What you have to realize is that no matter how great a community is, and we just talked about this, there are still the bad people in the community. And all it takes is a handful of them to start the witch hunt. So in this case, this had nothing to do with the tool and everything to do with how a few people decided to use the tool.
Or how a few people decided the tool could be used.
Right.
I mean, there's all kinds of applications that get put out there and then used for a different purpose than they're initially put out there for. Okay? Now, I mean,
I don't see a point though in having a feature to showcase other people's DPS. Like, if you're using it as a living tool for your party, you can log in and just see your own party's information. Why should I be able to search someone else's DPS? There's no need for that.
Again, that wasn't the point. Again, it was leaked before the privacy settings. If this went exactly how he had planned it, he would have unveiled it in his own time,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have had the ability to be used.
Maybe not.
and
but
they're
do
probably-
we know that for sure?
No,
We
well, we don't.
he
We
just
don't
said
know
that.
We don't know that because there was this witch hunt against this site that now he's like, all right, fuck it, I'm done, and walked away from the project. So we'll really never know.
What this was is some guy was developing a clean source of energy, but before he could get it out there, someone else was like, hey, we could use it to make a nuke. Let's do that.
Yeah, I mean, things are used for radically different applications all the time, and just because it could be used like that doesn't necessarily mean, like it's totally conceivable that this guy could have programmed an opt-out feature. Right? Like, if you don't want to be a part of the leaderboards, and I'm pretty sure that's what he was getting to. That's what he was, kind of getting at the quote that I just read, was that he was probably working on a way to opt out of it, and people found it too early and then jumped all over him, and now this great resource that could have been developed into something great has been driven out of the community, and I just think that that's a shame, and I think that speaks to my larger point that you guys really got to think. You got to think about this shit before you just react, okay? And just take it from Uncle Aniro, okay?
Oh God!
Just
no, I don't want to take anything from Uncle Aniro.
Think before you react, okay? Can
I do it naked?
Sure, you can think naked if you'd like.
No, I'm going to take it from Aniro naked.
Oh, ew, gross.
Right?
Yeah.
I liked it because it had like a very easy way to see the buff you put on the boss and buffs that you had on yourself.
Yes.
So you could see how often you're dropping Huton or how often you lose stacks, Nika.
And it would have been cool. You guys said that it shows like an overview of the battlefield with where certain people stand.
Yeah,
that would have been an awesome tool for learning fights.
But for as educational and as much as I learned from Mr. Happy and Ms. Tech's videos, a feature like this, when implemented alongside with their videos, you know what I mean? You can only get so much perspective if you're following one person's point of view, or even if you have multiple people's point of view, or you go in and
Do you remember
multiple
that
jobs.
one Hydra fight that I always
do.
go on about? Had graphics that showed stuff like
exactly.
that. And that's why it'll always be one of my favorite guys.
And it's and what could have been a fantastic tool to go, hey, we're going to record this run on ACT, we're going to upload it to XIV DPS, and then we're going to record it through OBS or whatever your stream tool is, and edit that together into a really cohesive guide that really walks through every single aspect of the fight. I think you just get a better overall view of what's going on there, and it's too bad. Hopefully, the site that Warcraft Logs is developing is going to be as good as what XIV DPS had, because I think that they really set a great precedence and a good standard for what to expect out of a feature like that. So I was a big fan of the site, and if you were one of those that were just like hair on fire, oh my God, they're posting names, like, just chill, just fucking chill, and get some perspective here.
You relax.
Exactly, just relax. All right, so we are nearing the end of part 2 here, and we're going to be moving into part 3. We've got an exciting new segment for you in part 3, but we're not going to tell you what it is. It's a really, really cool thing that we have been cooking up for the last week or so, and it's got some musical elements to it. We've done that the last couple of times, and it's been really fun. So we hope that you'll stick around for that. Maybe you'll get to hear Nika sing. Maybe not. So that's coming up on part 3, of course, as well as your emails and FMFFLs. But before we go here, I want to take a second to talk about the Patreon funding campaign. You guys have supported us at an unbelievable level, over $1,800 a month given on Patreon. We cannot thank you enough for your support. It's truly amazing to know that something that we make out of a passion project that just comes from the stuff that we like and the stuff that we find funny, that when we put it out there, other people really like it as well, and look forward to it. Look forward to it, and they form their weekend around it sometimes. It's truly touching.
We are to them what Game of Thrones is to some people.
Exactly.
Isn't that like mind blowing?
It is mind blowing.
Oh my God, that's on tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Missing the point.
You are. But because of your support, as of our next official episode on what was that, June 7th. We are going to be doing this each and every single Sunday here on twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. We are so excited to do that. We cannot thank you enough for your support at patreon.com/Limit Break Radio. But I want to take a second to talk personally, and I don't do this terribly often on the show. I tend to not talk about myself as a person. Aniro is absolutely a personality that I've developed over the last 8-9 years, and it's really gratifying to know from a professional level to know that the work that we put in on the back end is appreciated by you guys. We were joking earlier with Happy about the great equipment that we have, and the sound effects and all of the bells and whistles that we throw on this show. And I'm sure that's part of it, but so many of you guys were listening when this was just a show that was done on my band's old PA head with old stage mics and 100-foot-long cables that was being done in the basement of a dorm room. And that's to know that there have been people who have been with us since episode number 1 is hugely validating for me personally. I know that when I do talk about myself and when I talk about my jobs, I generally try to make them sound really impressive. I do work at an NPR affiliate and I do work at an ESPN affiliate. But the truth, real talk, the truth of the matter is that the work that I do at both of those stations is completely unappreciated. What I do at ESPN is I run knobs. I push buttons. I make sure that the real programming gets on the air. And I don't make a ton of money doing it, and I don't work it terribly often. The broadcasting industry is a really weird place right now. And it's tough to find work. I'm 30 years old, and I'm still just pushing buttons. And at my job at NPR, every once in a while you get to hear my voice, but I'm just another one of those dudes that has ideas that people don't want to hear it. They don't want to listen to it. And so, for as much as you guys think that I may be some people have called me a pillar or a leader in this community because of what we've built with Limit Break Radio. In my real life, I don't get any of that validation. None. And it's really difficult because at 30 years old, I should be self-sufficient. I should be on my own. I should be financially stable, and I'm not. I live paycheck to paycheck. I'm lucky enough to live in an amazing place, but it's tough. I struggle. And this show, what you guys provide for me is the confidence to say, I can do this for a living. That's amazing. I would not feel that. I spent 8 years going to fucking college. I've worked in broadcasting for, I've received a paycheck for it for 7 years. I've been involved in radio producing since I was 16 years old. This is by far, the most validating thing I've ever done because of your support, because of your love, because of your listens, because of your downloads, and absolutely because of your support at patreon.com/Limit Break Radio. You guys have provided me a way to express myself and express my creativity. You've provided a vehicle for the other 4 people involved in this show as well. And you should absolutely be proud of that. You should hang your head high. At the end of the day, whether you give on PayPal, whether you give on Patreon, whether you listen live to this show right now on twitch.tv, or whether you listen on the podcast, you should feel proud because you are helping to support people who are trying to make something on their own. And that is a very scary thing. And you guys provide us the confidence and the validation and the financial support to be able to keep this engine running. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. I cannot thank the other 4 people that helped me do this show enough. Kahlo, Juxta, Escalia, Nika, you guys are the best crew to work with, and I swear to you, I am one of the most proud accomplishments of my life is to say I finally get to pay you absolutely talented people. Thank you, LB Army, for allowing us to be able to do this. And if you think the show is worth supporting, patreon.com/limitbreakradio. Head over to PayPal, click the PayPal link below, or sub to the channel, $4.99 a month. Hit that sub button. LimitBreakRadio.com is the website. Go there, sub to the podcast. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of our guests today, Mr. Happy, Mr. Face, and Fusion X of Gamer Escape. Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you to Sonoma, who unfortunately couldn't be here, but allowed us to pick from their OF fails thread, which is an amazing thread over at Blue Garter. Absolutely join up at that forum post, become a part of that community. That's going to do it for Limit Break Radio. Again, thank you guys so much. We're going to be back with part 3. We're going to read your emails. We're going to be reading your FMFFLs. And we're going to be unveiling a brand new segment here in part 3. So stay tuned and look forward to it. That's it from us here at Limit Break Radio. LimitBreakRadio.com is the website for Escalia Ryumasa, Juxtaposition, Nika Kayanian, and Kahlo Landis. I'm Nero Grigori. Keep listening.